Good everyone, today I'm talking on the key lessons on the leader who had no title. In this chapter, we meet Blake Davis, a former soldier struggling to find his purpose in his civilian life. He works at a bookstore but lacks motivation and direction. One day he meets Tommy Flynn, an energetic and wise older man who claims to have been close to Blake's late father. Tommy quickly becomes a mentor figure, challenging Blake's views on success, leadership, and personal growth. Tommy introduces a powerful idea: leadership is not about titles, but about making an impact in every moment of life. He explains that true leaders don't wait for authority to take action. They inspire, serve, and grow, regardless of their role. Through their conversation, Blake begins to see that his struggles, rather than being obstacles, can become stepping stones to personal greatness. Finally, this chapter sets the foundation for the book's core message: anyone in position can choose to lead by embracing responsibility, continuous learning, and positive influence. It's a call to reject excuses and step into leadership in everyday life. Chapter 2: My meeting with a leader mentor. In this chapter, Blake meets Tommy Flynn, who tells him that leadership isn't about titles but about actions. He challenges Blake to stop making excuses and start leading from where he is. Tommy also hints that Blake will meet 4 mentors who will teach him key leadership lessons. The key lesson in this particular chapter is that anyone can lead no matter their position. This chapter is basically saying the same thing that every other chapter is saying: leading without a title. Chapter 3: The sad cost of mediocrity and spectacular rewards of leadership mastery. In this chapter, Tommy and Blake continue their conversation. Tommy shares his personal story of struggle and growth, emphasizing that titles don't define leaders. Attitude and actions do. He challenges Blake to start seeing himself as a leader no matter what, no matter his current job. Everyone has the potential to lead. Leadership is about daily choices, not positions. Excuses hold people back. True leaders take responsibility for their growth. Small actions create big impacts. Showing up with excellence every day makes a difference. Blake begins to shift his mindset, realizing that waiting for a title isn't necessary to start leading. And again, this chapter, just like the others, is talking about how to lead without a title. Just that this time around, it's telling us things like the step-by-step procedures and things that we should do and things we should not do in order to become a great leader. Chapter 4: The first leadership conversation. In this chapter, Blake meets Anna, a hairstylist, who teaches him the first leadership principle: you need no title to be a leader. She explains that true leadership comes from passion, excellence, and service, not a job title. Blake realizes that leadership is about mindset and daily actions, not waiting for recognition. The key lesson in this particular chapter is that lead by example no matter your role. Also, in this chapter, Anna also talked about the 10 human regrets and the 10 human rewards. Chapter 5, the second leadership conversation. In this chapter, Blake meets Ty Boyd, a former ski champion turned hotel housekeeper, who teaches him the second leadership principle. Turbulent times build great leaders. Ty explains that challenges make leaders stronger and that adaptability, resilience, and positive mindset are key to success. The key lesson in this chapter is that we should embrace challenges because they create growth and leadership. Also, Ty Boyd talked about SPARK, where S stands for speak with candor, P stands for prioritize, A stands for adversity breeds opportunity, R stands for respond versus react, and K stands for kudos for everyone. Chapter 6, the third leadership conversation. Chapter 6, the third leadership conversation. Blake meets his third mentor, Jackson Chan, a former CEO turned gardener. Jackson teaches him the third leadership principle: the deeper your relationships, the stronger your leadership. He explains that great leaders build great and strong connections with people by showing respect, listening, and genuinely caring. The key lesson in this particular chapter is that leadership is about relationships. Treat people well and they will follow you. Also, Jackson Chan used the acronym for HUMAN to explain this lesson very well, where H stands for helpfulness, U stands for understanding, M stands for mingle, A stands for amuse, N stands for nurture. Chapter 7, the fourth leadership conversation. In this chapter, Blake meets Jet Priestley, a former business executive turned massage therapist. Jet teaches him the fourth leadership principle: to be a great leader, first become a great person. He explains that self-leadership, taking care of your mind, body, and emotions, is essential for leading others. Key lesson: personal growth fuels leadership. Take care of yourself to lead effectively. Also, in this chapter, Jet Priestley used the acronym for SHINE, where S stands for see clearly, H stands for health is wealth, I stands for inspiration matters, N stands for neglect not your family, E stands for elevate your lifestyle. Also talked on how one can become a great leader, where he said in your journal, list 5 things you will do immediately to refuel your inner leadership and take your mind, body, emotions, and spirits to the next level of excellence. Then schedule time to execute these 5 goals flawlessly during the next 7 days, so you get the power of momentum working for you. Chapter 8. In this chapter, Blake reflects on the lesson he learned so far from Anna, Ty, and Jackson. He starts to fully grasp that leadership is not about power, but about influence, services, and self-improvement. Tommy reminds him that applying these lessons daily is what truly matters. Key lesson: leadership is a daily patience. Leadership is a daily practice. Consistency is key. Thank you.